TV speaking to Chelmsford manager Robbie Simpson after a 2-2 draw here at Braintree. Entertaining one for the neutral, but and we took the lead twice, but probably happy to get a point in the end.
Yeah, it was probably a typical derby, really. It was frantic at times. I don't think it was a game with much control from either team. I think we were average at best today. I don't think we played well at all, and that's not in terms of free-flowing football. I don't think we did the basics well enough. I thought they were actually better at the basics than us, which surprised me. And given that the one or two times we did do the basics well, and then we followed it up with a better passage of play, we score both times. So it's that's what's disappointing, that we didn't do that more often, and we weren't relentless with that, and we weren't as consistent with that, because I felt like if we were, there was lots of goals for us today. So it's really disappointing. Obviously going ahead twice and losing the lead twice is disappointing as well, but I think, like you say, I think we'll take a point, 4 points from these two games, and move on.
And we went 1-0 up, and then we'd sort of ridden a storm from Braintree, conceded from their last attack. I suppose if it goes 1-0 half time, we might think that's job done, and we'll move on to the second half.
Yeah, well, we struggled with clearances all day today for some reason. I don't know why. And for the first 20 minutes of the game, bar the opening when we almost scored straight away, we struggled to get out of our half, and that was quite the pattern for a lot of the game. Actually, we really struggled with our clearances, and we have to concentrate on those. I know it's a frantic derby game, perhaps conditions, etc., but we have to make sure that we concentrate on clearances and like I say, the basics, and do those basics well. And we struggled to get out of our half in that first 20 minutes, but then we gradually built our way back into that first half, and probably our first bit of decent connection in terms of a clearance. We win the ball up the pitch. Trotson switches the play to Eduino. Great cross, great run and header from Tom, and we go 1-0 up. And I think it was fairly even the rest of the first half. And then, like you say, to concede just before was disappointing. We dealt with their long throw really well all game, bar that one, really, and it wasn't a lot of fault. I actually thought it was offside. I'll have to watch it back, but I did think it was offside. But yeah, quick overhead kick from their lad when Trotson's headed it clear, and it seemed to hit two of their players, and I thought the second player who knocked it in was offside. But we go in 1-1, and it's disappointing, because if we'd have gone in 1-0 up, I'd actually have been quite pleased that we settled ourselves, scored a good goal, and then I'd look towards the second half to really build on that and go forward. And we did that anyway. We scored another good goal, just doing the basics well, sliding the ball down the outside. Great run from Reese, really good finish, because that angle was narrowing the longer it took for the ball to go towards the goal, and really good finish from him. And then I'll be honest, we weren't good. We just weren't good. We couldn't get ourselves going after that. It was almost like we've gone in the lead again, and we just relaxed our minds, really, and our concentration, and it was disappointing. The subs didn't really give us that extra impetus that I'd have liked, and they scored a worldy goal. I think Obvious says he was unsighted, which is why he didn't dive. So, but it came from us not being able to clear the ball properly. When we had time and space to do so, we couldn't find the halfway line. We could only find the edge of the box. So, yeah, look, good derby game for the neutral, like you said. We'll go away with a point. Halfway through the season now, we can look on it fondly, but we want to keep progressing and keep getting better at team. And in these winter months, we have to do the basics well. First and foremost, has to be a foundation for us. So we have to get better.
And we had 1 in, 1 out on New Year's Eve. We had Arjanik Krasnicki coming in for his debut, played the full 90 minutes, and then we had Kai Yearn being called back by Cambridge.
Yeah, threw Arj straight in. He's cup tied for Wednesday, so we thought about that with him and Henry, but really pleased to get him over the line. Obviously really terrible news for Louis, and we'll support Louis as best we can. And Kai just yesterday just got a phone call that they need to recall him. They had the depleted squad anyway, and then they went up to Derby and picked up a couple of injuries, so they need Kai back. But we're in discussions with them already about how long that might be for and whether he'll actually get some substantial minutes for them or not. But they're really pleased with him here. So I imagine if they do want to send him back out on loan, if he doesn't get much minutes, then there's a conversation to be had there.
One of our fans remind me it happened with Tom Dickens last year. He was at Cambridge and then he got called back and then we got him back again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we've got Cambridge are being selfish, quite rightly, but we've got to be selfish as well. You know, we've got a lot of games in January where we need bodies, so we might not be able to wait for him, is what I'm saying.
Okay, and then we got Wildston on Wednesday, in the third time lucky trying to play that game in the trophy, and hopefully we can get it on. It'll be a good battle, and you said a test against the league above.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, actually. Obviously, I don't think Reece can play still because he wasn't signed before the original date, which seems a long time ago now, and Arch is cup tied, so yeah, we're gonna look to give other players minutes. You know, Simeon didn't start today, Henry didn't start today, so we'll look to get them. Jonesy, it was good to get Jonesy some more minutes, so perhaps he's in our mind for it, and we just really look forward to testing ourselves against a team that are really doing so well in the league above. You know, I think they're touching on the playoffs in the league above with their resources and being part-time. It's quite incredible, really. So they're doing fantastically well, but we're gonna try and win the game.
Okay, look forward to that on Wednesday, Simo. Well done today, and Happy New Year.
Cheers, Ben. Happy New Year.